Hello, hello, good morning. My name is Rob. Today I have some bad news for you. If you are a fan of The Long Dark and you're looking forward to Blackfrost, which is the sequel, the CEO, Raphael, said that it needs more dev time before they can go to early access. Long story short, The Long Dark 2 just got pushed out of 2026, and on top of that, 14 people were laid off. Actually, 10 people were laid off from the studio and 4 other people did not get their contracts renewed. So basically, the one game that I was really looking forward to is not coming out this year. However, this does not affect the Chapter 5 release due on March 31st, 2026. If you're not familiar, a few things of note about Blackfrost that we know. In the first game, they call it quote unquote the silent apocalypse. It's not filled with zombies, there's no craziness. It's just all of a sudden everything just stops, and it's a pretty cool concept. I like it quite a bit. But in The Long Dark 2, in Blackfrost, they drop you in 1 year after the fact. It's going to be multiplayer, and I have no idea how that's going to work, and I'm highly skeptical about it. It is rumored that Blackfrost is going to be larger, meaning the world is going to be larger than the first game. There's a little bit of mixed information out there, but I think it's because people are counting pre-DLC and post-DLC. The base game map, from what I understand, is roughly 55 kilometers square, but with the DLC, it adds probably about 20 more, so roughly somewhere between 70 and 80 kilometers squared, which is pretty big. So Blackfrost is supposed to be substantially bigger, and I'm going to assume that it's going to take place in a different region. We've seen some pictures, some screenshots, and some imagery, but I don't think it's directly from the game. I think it's all just concept art, which is fine. The Long Dark is beautiful. Hopefully they don't change it up too much. Not too big on this one. I hope it works out. I think it can work out. Hinterland has decided to change engines from Unity over to Unreal. Now, I understand why they would do that, but I can't stand Unreal, and I hope that they can make it work. I find Unreal to be too samey. However, I've also probably been messing around with too many early access games, and I haven't actually seen what Unreal is actually capable of. I just hope they keep the vibe. They can't change the vibe. The vibe is what sells the game, for me anyway. I thought that releasing in 2026 was a pretty tall order to begin with. I haven't seen much coverage on this on YouTube. Only a few comments from Zach. He posted something about it, and in that comment section, people are upset and people are mad or people are angry. And to them, I say, it could be worse. It could be Ubisoft. It could be Bethesda, or even worse. It could be the Fun Pimps. After some research, it's sad but true that on February 4th, 2025, Hinterland publicly took a political stance on X and almost immediately lost 47% of their player base. They did recover in the following months, but those players lost will definitely be telling their friends and their family not to buy The Long Dark. I won't be so dramatic to say that this caused them to bleed funds in 2025, but I guarantee you that it didn't help. My message to the developers is this: we play games because we want to escape from things like politics, and it was irresponsible to isolate a large portion of your player base and quite possibly your own employees as well. And you took that stance as a company instead of an individual. Raphael could have said, I denounce X and I denounce Elon Musk and my opinions are my own, but he had to go and drag his own company into it. And especially all this coming from a game that is made without crunch by people who care for their players at a studio that cares about its people. I don't care that much, but in today's hyper-vigilant society, I know that people do, in fact, care enough to absolutely boycott Hinterland and everything they do based on the decision that they made to take a political stance publicly on X when they could have just kept going and it would have been fine. Nobody would have ever known or ever cared, and they would have played their role as an entertainment-based video game developer. All of this has not affected the release of Chapter 5, which is due to come out on March 31st. And if you want to see more about that, you can click here. And if you want to hear more about the Fun Pimps, you can click here. What do you think? Do you think it'll be worth the wait? Do you think it'll be worth the hype? Let me know what your thoughts are. Cheers, have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.